Welcome back to AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate Exam Study Guide Part 2. Through my study guide, I will be sharing the key AWS services and highly targeted exam topics under each service. In my last video, I have covered Identity and Access Management and S3. Let's review non-S3 storage and content delivery topics and Elastic Compute Cloud EC2 in this video. If you are looking for basic information like how and where to start for exam preparation, please check out my other YouTube video, AWS Certifications, How to Prepare for Exams. I know it's difficult to note down all information provided in this video. Be relaxed. I will let you know on how to get a free copy of my exam study guide at the end of this video. Let's move on to non-S3 storage and content delivery topics. CloudFront is a global content delivery network provided by AWS. It integrates with other Amazon Web Service products. Be familiar with origin types, two types of distribution, web and RTMP, geo-restriction capability, and time to live TTL parameters. From the exam point of view, focus on how to deliver a private content using signed URL and integration with Route 53. When you review Route 53, make sure to understand how alias record is used to map CloudFront DNS URL. Next is import and export service, and Amazon introduced a new device called Snowball, data transfer device used to import or export data from and to Amazon Cloud. Review Snowball use case and why it is better to use for data transfer as against using internet or direct connect. There is some statistics provided in AWS FAQ which gives comparison on time taken for using internet or direct connect to transfer data against Snowball. Also get familiar with where you can export from and import to, like S3 standard, Glacier or EBS using Snowball. That could be like 1 or 2 exam questions from this particular topic. The last service in this topic is Storage Gateway. There is a high possibility of a scenario question from this service. Storage Gateway is a service connecting on-premises software appliance with AWS storage infrastructure. Make sure to review usage and difference between gateway cached volumes and gateway stored volumes. Let's move on to the next topic, Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud EC2. One of the most important topic for the exam, and it's considered as backbone of AWS. It is a web service that provides resizable compute capacity in the cloud. Expect between 7 to 10 questions on this service. To start with, review different type of instances, mainly their use case. You can get this information from AWS Developer Guide under Instance Type Metrics in a tabular form. Mainly focus on current generation instance types and their support of networking and storage features, as well as virtualization like PV or HVM. It is very common in exam. You will be provided with the use case and ask what type of instance that you would select. There is a limit on total number of instances that you can launch in a region, and there are additional limits on some type of instance types. Be familiar with them. There are 3 ways to pay for Amazon EC2 instances: on demand, reserved, and spot. Clear understanding of these pricing options and recommended use cases are really important for exam. For example, spot instances are recommended for applications that have flexible start and end times. Irrespective of instance types, you cannot migrate existing instances from one region to another. The next section is Elastic Blockstore, EBS. It is a block level storage volume for use with EC2 instances. Get familiar with different types of volumes and their pros and cons, especially their performance, capacity and availability factors. Also be familiar with creating RAID array setup for RAID 0, 1, 5 and 10 using EBS volumes. Here are some frequently asked exam questions on EBS volumes. Difference between instant store and EBS backed root device. Status of root volume data when EC2 instance restarts or terminates. Possibility of attaching the same EBS volume to multiple EC2 instances. You may get 2 or 3 questions from these topics, so be ready. EBS snapshot is extension of EBS section. You can create point-in-time snapshot of EBS volumes which are stored in S3. Clear understanding is needed for creating snapshots from volumes, copying snapshot from one region to another, and restoring volumes from snapshot. Also, there is a possibility of exam question regarding the steps you should follow when creating a snapshot from a RAID setup. Encryption of EBS volumes and its impact on snapshot creation is another important exam question. For example, public or shared snapshot of encrypted volumes are not supported, and there is no way to encrypt an existing volume, so get to know these basics. Let's move on to security group and IAM role in context with EC2. In-depth understanding of EC2 relationship with security groups and IAM role is a key to exam. Expect 2 to 3 questions from this section. Be familiar with why EC2 instances should use IAM role instead use of access keys, possibility of changing a security group or IAM role after launching an instance. Here is the best time to play with security groups and understand default security group inbound and outbound rules and various ports and association of services like SSH and HTTP. The next topic is Amazon Machine Image, AMI, is another topic which is expected to appear in exam. Mainly focus on how to create an AMI using existing instance, how to share your AMI with another AWS account or region or make it public. Remember that AMIs are region specific and you cannot launch EC2 instance from an AMI which is not available in your current region. Next important EC2 topic is Elastic Load Balancer, ELB. Elastic Load Balancing automatically distributes incoming application traffic across multiple Amazon EC2 instances in the cloud. Not only EC2 related, but very closely work with various services including auto-scaling, VPC, and Route 53. In-depth knowledge of ELB is very important for exam. Explore the ELB setup with health checks, healthy and unhealthy thresholds, how to associate ELB with auto-scaling groups, and as well as EC2 instances. Note that ELB uses a public DNS name that client can use to send request, not an IP address. I know it's a long list of topics under EC2 section. Let's review the last topic under EC2, auto-scaling. Auto-scaling helps you to scale your EC2 capacity up or down according to conditions you define. So it's a key service in AWS. You should know different parameters used in launch configuration and how to set up auto-scale on multi-availability zone. Be familiar with 3 types of auto-scaling policies: simple, step, and scheduled, and how cool-down and warm-up period that impacts the scaling policies. Sometime you may even get a question regarding default termination policy. Which instance auto-scaling should terminate first and how it selects a particular instance to terminate. This concludes our EC2 section. Some other topics you should be familiar with: the concept of placement group and why we should use placement groups. Also, number of EC2 instances allowed per account or region. Another highly anticipated exam question would be regarding EC2 instance metadata and the URL used to get them. Are you glad that we are done with EC2 now? Now you would understand why there are 7 to 10 even more exam questions from EC2. Okay, enough for this video. We will review Route 53 and relational database service in the next one. As mentioned before, I will provide you the copy of my study guide It is free. All you need to do is to sign up with your email address at signup.awspro.academy. I will then email you the study guide in 24 hours. Again, it's signup.awspro.academy. We don't spam your mailbox or provide your email address to any third parties. You can choose to opt out anytime. Thanks for your time. Please provide your feedback on this video. I will see you on the next video. Until then, good luck with your AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate exam preparation.